Hi everyone and welcome to the Waratah Wrap. It's the finals edition. It is that big of finals. We need two hosts to get through it all. G, it's fun, it's exciting. What's going on?
It's been crazy. It's been amazing to watch all the teams really battle it out and get to this point in the end of the season where this time it pays off. And I don't want to waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the Youth League's women. Sitting at number 1 and number 2, we got Newcastle and Hills taking a little vacay, or you guys call it a holiday, sitting back at home, preparing, watching their competition, getting ready for the following week. But do have to play. We got number 3, Illawarra Hawks, taking on 6th place Bankstown this Saturday. That should be a really good matchup.
In that game, I think Illawarra will get the win, G.
Oh, man, if you're going Illawarra, then I'm going Bankstown Boogie, of course.
Can't beat the Bankstown Boogie. And on the same day, the Central Coast take on the Sydney Comets. I'm going to have to go with the Central Coast in that match. Home court advantage in finals is paramount for some teams.
You know what? Normally I disagree with you 100%. But on this one, I love the Coast. Those are my guys. I'm giving it to the Coast also.
And let's not waste any more of that time. We're going to head into our Youth League men. The Youth League men have had a different season, I suppose, this year with teams on the ladder moving back and forth week to week. It's been one of the closest competitions, a part of one of our senior leagues. And congratulations goes to Mossvale Magic and the number 1 team in the Hornsby Spiders. They're having the weekend off and have booked their ticket to the finals.
That's awesome. And first elimination finals between Sydney Comets and St. George Saints. Comets have been here many times before, but the Saints, it's their first time in a very long time, so it's interesting to see how this one pans out.
In that one, I am going to have to go for the St. George Saints in that one.
You know what? You can't beat a Saint. Go ahead, Saints. Get a W.
And the final one is the elimination game between Manly and the Ride Bulls. Look, I hope Manly are like the championship team and can pull away a win in that one. But Ride Bulls, a lot of their players have come across our desks with high point scorers. One of their players was nominated for MVP Online Player of the Week. He has scored about 38 points, if that's correct.
Wow, yes, I believe so also. And, the Ride Bulls sounding like MJ and his hey. You know what, Manly, you guys are the big dogs, but, these Bulls might take this W from you.
Well, that was the Division 2 Youth League. Let's jump straight into the Division 1. And Manly and Penrith have the weekend off. Where do we head to, G?
We're going straight to Bankstown where they're taking on the Sharks. You know what? The Bankstown, pretty sure, they have a great arena, great environment, great crowd support. I think they'll get those Sharks.
Gee, I'm going to have to disagree with your little Bankstown Boogie on this one. The Sharks in the water, as we've seen around the coast of Australia, I reckon Bankstown are going to get bit on the butt in this one.
Okay. If that's how you want to call it, one guy fights a shark, punches him in the back, and now the Sharks win it all. We'll see how that pans out. But let's jump over to Sydney Comets hosting the Bears. And you know how I feel about this one. Oh, the Bears is going to get this W, baby. What you think?
I think the Bears will get the win in this game. The Bears have a great inside game, and I think they can stop the Sydney Comets with their outside shooting with just putting a hand in their face. Now for our Division 1 women. Now, so with the Division 1 women, the top 4 teams are heading straight to Sutherland, G. They're going to head straight to finals weekend. Queanbeyan will be taking on Bathurst in game number 1. And it's going to be a local derby between Maitland and the Hunter in the next game. And that's for the Division 1 women heading straight to the Waratah finals weekend in Sutherland.
You know what? Let's jump to Division 1 men's and their quarterfinals crossovers this weekend. And the schedule looks something like, you tell me.
Well, the first game is between Sutherland and Port Macquarie. Dolphins, Sharks, G?
Dolphins. I like Flipper. I used to watch Flipper when I was a little kid. The flip-flop, do the tricks. I'm going straight Flippers.
I have to agree with you too. Flipper gets the win here. We've got Port Macquarie to win that game. G?
Next one up, we got the Sydney Uni Spiders taking on Queanbeyan. And you know what? I'm picking Sydney Uni because I ain't never even heard of Queanbeyan.
Well, I know you thought Queanbeyan was us trying to say Queen Beyonce, but obviously that's not right.
It's not that Queen
Nope.
Bee.
I'm going to tip the Sydney Uni Spiders as well in that match.
So in the next matchup, we're going to see between Newcastle and Bankstown. Hey, I normally choose the Bankstown Boogie, but this one, I feel like Newcastle got a few tricks up their sleeve. What you think?
Newcastle, 100%. I'm with you on that one, G. Newcastle get the win in this one, and they'll head forward into their finals preparations. The next game is between the Wagga Heat and the St. George Saints. Gee, this game's in Wagga. Wagga are one of the top teams in Division 1 men. What do you think?
I'm still trying to figure out where Wagga Wagga is. I think that's my new dance, the Wagga Wagga. I gotta go with Wagga Wagga. St. George, I love it, but when you tell me a name like Wagga Wagga, Wagga Wagga all day, baby. You know what? With that being said, let's dive straight into the ladies. You know what? Let's give a congratulations to the Bankstown girls for taking that #1 spot. We also have the North Bear girls. They're taking the weekend off too, with them both sitting at 1 and 2 spots. So with that being said, we're going to have our first game between the Sharks versus the Panthers. Lady Sharks, Lady Panthers. I'm leaning toward the Shark girls. What do you think?
I can see this game up in the air, but I think the experience of Alicia Poto, G, is going to be too great a difference for the Sharks. The Sharks do have a good team, but I think Panthers in this one.
Good call. Our next game is between Newcastle Hunters taking on the Hornsby Spiders. Hunters versus Spiders. Spiders kill, Hunters kill. I feel like a court full of killers, in a good way. Basketball killers. Not to disrespect our sponsors or anybody who's watching this, but I'm going to have to go with the Hunters.
Hunters?
I like Hunters in this one.
Hunters. The Hunters are hosting the home game against Hornsby. G, I can't look anywhere else but the Hunters in this one.
I like it.
Done. Now it's time for the championship, man. It is the top of the league. And congratulations, first of all, is to Manly. They're on a 7-game winning streak, G. 7 games. You couldn't stop them. No one could stop them in their action. And on that note, the Sydney Comets are also having a rest, and they've won their golden ticket to the weekend's finals in Sutherland on the 1st and 2nd of August. Well, the first game on the schedule is the North Bears taking on the Bankstown Bruins. Bankstown Boogie, G Grant's North Bears up in the air for me. I'm going to go North Bears in this win at home, G. Is there a point in me even asking you?
There is no point in asking you. I would never go against my team. I'll back it myself. Bears all the way.
Bears all the way in that tip. And the final game is between the Sutherland Sharks. BJ Carter's boys are taking on Hornsby Spiders. Hornsby Spiders, Ben Arkell, Joshua Chapman. Big lineup here. This is up in the air with me, G. I'm not going to dive into the water with the Sharks. I'm going to go Hornsby. Get the win in this one, G.
You know what? I'm going to go against you on this one. I've seen the dance moves of those Sharks boys. I feel like they'll be putting a few moves on the court. Arkell, Chapman, they're pretty good, but I think the Shark boys will get this one.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Waratah Rap Finals Edition. G, thank you so much for being here with us all season long. We'll be back here next week with the review of all the leagues and all the rounds. G, hope to see you then.
Oh, you'll see me there.
Good luck, G. If G doesn't win on the weekend,
not an option.
Not an option. All right, until next time, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.